silence your cell phones. All right, we always do a thing where we greet and introduce yourself to the person next door.
Good evening. The Volunteer of the Year Award is awarded by the current chair, but in this case the past year. And this goes to the person who, in my opinion, in the past year has contributed the most to our chapter. Since so many of our chapter members contribute time and talents to this organization, it really becomes almost a difficult choice, and sometimes it's just looking at the total history of the person to make this decision. This year I've chosen a shy, retiring person, someone who has supported the chapter for several years, lending a hand whenever he asks. Nancy Downey has been a supporter of this chair. One of the things she's done is, if you look around me, the very fact that we don't have the bleachers anymore, and all the noise that those used to have, is thanks to Nancy. It also saved us a significant amount of the rent that we paid to WMSC. She conceived and led an ad hoc marketing committee in 2013 and 2014. One of whose role was to produce those posters and other signage that you see out front as you're walking in. She also helped to establish the advertising guidelines for which we receive paid advertisers in the Genesee. For the past couple of years, Nancy has been a program chair and also vice chair of the chapter at the same time. And she's been the champion or the supporter of maybe 75–80% of our presentations during that period. Tonight's presentation is an example of championship. Thanks to Nancy, we have the speaker we have tonight. Prior to working on programs, Nancy led the education programs, which was a 6:30 event. She did that for a year previously. She's been active in the waterways. I do have to caution anybody who goes in the water with her. Don't touch your kayak. I put that even on my ears. As an aside, Nancy's been studying tap dancing for the last couple of years. So maybe sometime she'll give us It's been a pleasure to work with Nancy during the past several years, and a pleasure to continue to do so. I admire her education and her abilities. It's my great pleasure to designate Nancy as a 2014 ADK Genesee Valley Chapter Volunteer of the Year. I was sure that our awardee was here today. I said yes. Okay, my next task is as conservation chair. Oh, would you like to say some words? As conservation, I just want to remind you of a couple of things. You can hit page down. Our next meeting, we're always open for others to come. We meet at the Outer Lodge in North Avenue. You can find directions and more details on the website on that date, Tuesday, March 24th. Two events we have planned. April 25th, Pick Up the Parks. We'll work at Webster Park. We will meet at Parkview Lodge at the southwest corner of Holtz Road and Lake Road. National Trails Day, June 6th, we will have a local option besides what the main club is doing up in the Adirondacks. But that's yet to be determined. We're also looking at doing a Finger Lakes Trail maintenance sometime the first couple of weeks in April, depending on how much snow is left. For that, we'll have to, that's not scheduled yet, so you'll have to look at the website to see what's really happening. That's it.
Thank you, Jay. Okay. You threw me for a loop on that. Okay. I have the pleasure of announcing the January 2016 chapter meeting. What? There's no program chair after December of January 2015. So, I gotta tell you, this chapter is a special chapter in the ADK. They're all great chapters, but we are very active and have programs and special large items that go on versus other chapters. And the programs is something that's been going on forever, and if no one steps up to take programs, you're going to come here in January and you're going to look at that. Who wants to do that? Okay. I am perfectly happy to work with anyone. We do have someone that can do a co-chair, so if you want to do co-chair with someone, we already have a co-chair. This is a very important, vital part of our chapter, and it also teaches you things about your own life. It gives you skills and, working with people, scheduling, communication, emails. It's sort of a sales, but different kind of sales part of it. So I'm asking you, if you used to work with the club and you haven't for a while, think about coming back. If you used to work with the club and you know how valuable it is to work with a great group of people, look at your daughter, your son, your granddaughter, your grandson, somebody to step up and take this valuable part of our club, please. Okay, Marty.
Hello everyone, I'm Marty Turner, the Genesee Valley Hiking Chair. Just letting you know what's going to go on this weekend. First is a Saturday hike. We're going to be doing the Genesee Valley Trail, which goes along the river. We'll be down near Shalat. It'll be led by Jim Bishop, and the details are on the ADK site on the calendar. Sunday, they're going to do a hike down to Letchworth Park. The waterfalls should be flowing, so it should be look real good and everything else like that. And they're going to have all the package you want. It'll be led by Larry Tully, and the details also are on the ADK site on the calendar. The out-of-town trails, it's about time for some people to start thinking if they'd like to lead a hike or something like that, because we only have 2 hikes on the schedule, and both of them are up in New Hampshire. One is sold out, and the other one is, they're both in the White Mountains. And hopefully we can get a few volunteers and we can have a nice summer of out-of-town trips. Dave is up for younger numbers, so we'll let him come up next.
So the younger members group, as I've said before, is a group of outdoor recreationalists who are in their 20s, 30s, and 40s, but you don't have to be necessarily in that demographic to join us. So we're very welcoming, and we just had probably my favorite event of the year back in February, our YM Winter Weekend. So we had 20 people up in Lake Placid, and boy, it was a cold one. The coldest weekend of the year. We said, hey, it's not cold enough. Let's go up 4,000 feet and see what it's like up there. So it was a great experience, and part of the thing about doing these things with the ADK is that you can experience this crazy stuff in a very safe way. Because you got people around you who know what they're doing and can kind of say, well, maybe this is not quite your experience level. Have you thought about this hike? Or, you know, maybe we'll stay at ground level and ski, or maybe we'll do this or do that. But when you do want to do something great, like climb Algonquin when it's, you know, below -50 at the summit, you're prepared for it. So. But turning from summer to winter, I am happy to announce that we have started to schedule the Javensbrook Jamboree. That is our younger members' summer lodge trip, and the dates for that are August 22 through 24. And I'll have some info shortly on the website at adk-gvc.org. Just go to the Younger Members page. It will also be appearing in future editions of the Genesean. And my last comment for the YMs is that after this meeting, we are heading over, as usual, to the Ode to Toad, which is open again. So I guess I'll just switch my hat, my invisible hat, to the Genesean, and just remind everyone that the deadline for submissions to the April issue is today. So if you have anything that you've been meaning to get to me and forgot, just make sure you get it to me. The chapter meeting is always the deadline for the upcoming issue. So thank you very much.
Thanks, David. Was there any question in my article about which David I was talking about the second time? Okay, we got Expo, Denny.
Hi, I'm Denny Charpentier, and I'm here representing the Expo Committee. Just want to remind you, or if you aren't familiar with Expo, it's going to be held on Saturday, June 13th, and it'll be from 9 to 4, Mendon Ponds Park. Same place we always have it. How many people here have volunteered at any time in the past for Expo? A lot of people. So thank you, and I have your numbers, so I will be contacting you again. So my position on the committee is to try to get volunteers to help us. It takes quite a large crew to get this thing going and keep it going. Over 100 people, but I never have any trouble getting people. It's been wonderful. You've all been so gracious. For those of you who haven't done this before, what it involves is sign up. I have a sheet I'm going to actually pass around tonight, and so if you feel like signing up tonight, you can put your information there, and I will contact you. If you have worked in the past few years, I already have your contact information. I will be getting in touch with you, but if your email address especially has changed, if you'd let me know. So what we ask you to do is to work for usually 2-hour shifts. We can do less than that, or some people like to do more shifts. Very easy things. We have a crew that has a ball setting it up in the morning. They have a great time. They get there first, about 7 or so, and set up. We're ready to go at 9. Then we have people who take turns at our registration table, letting the people come in that are especially volunteers register, information. We're going to try to have a bigger ADK presence, a little bit more organized presence this year. We're needing volunteers for that. Charlie Hellman is in charge of the water part of it, and so he looks for volunteers to help with signing up for people to go out on the boats and various activities there. And they're all very simple things. They're easy to do. It's a lot of fun. If you haven't done this before, you'll find you meet a lot of people. So I really encourage you to give it a try if you haven't done it before. If you have done it before, we'd love to have you back. And thank you in advance. And I will pass this around. If you could keep it going. Sometimes it stops, so just try to keep it going until it gets back. I think I'll start at the back and have it go front. When the last person has it, if you want to just either find me or leave it on the stage here, just try to either give me a clear email address so I can get in touch with you so that I can read, or at least a phone number in case I can't read your email. And again, if you've signed up before and you don't feel like filling this out, I have your information. I will be contacting everybody that has been attending the last couple of years. So thank you very much.
Thanks, Denny. Now we got Charlie.
Hi everybody, I'm Charlie from Waterways. And when I say waterways, with all the snow melting, I'm not talking about Lake Avenue. We are starting our paddling season. We just had a meeting, we planned out trips. I've got all the trips posted up through the end of June right now. I still have more to put on because we got trips going into the end of August at this point. The Monday morning group met the other day and they're going to be posting their trips as well. So we love a full complement Monday mornings, Tuesday nights, Thursday nights, and usually someplace on the weekends. So if you're a canoeer or a kayaker, check the schedule and come join us. Thanks.
Thanks, Charlie. All right, now we got Jackson.
Hello, everybody! Hello, Jackson! All right. Before I start, our John Solberg and Louise Paulson, our Jan and Joe Everett. Oh. Normally, for those who are familiar with our programs, normally this is our freebie table, and tonight it's being used for a display from the workshop on orienteering at from 6:30, and then at this end is a display relating to tonight's presenter for our program, which will start in a few minutes, from the Osher Lifelong Learning Institute at RIT, formerly known as the Athenian Institute. And there are items here that you may take, including this card, which deals with the Spring Institute and the program. So please help yourself with those. Generously offering one
All set?
All set, Nancy, thank you.
Okay, I gotta put my glasses back on. All right, I have the extreme pleasure